Hello, internet. Oh, Court's not
Oh
back.
God,
Whoops.
it's the internet.
Sorry,
Yep,
Court.
that's okay. We can do our spiel
Yeah.
while Court is doing things. So hello internet. Welcome to the third and most likely final installment of this trilogy here. Unless this party decides to do something crazy. Who knows? That's up to them. Uh But before we get started, we do want to make sure we talk about dun, 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 Extra Life
Ooh,
Hey.
extra life.
Stingers. So that is somehow only a few days away, starting at 8
Don't
a.m. Central on Saturday.
don't
Again, that's
remind
8
me.
a.m. Central. We're fine. All of the DMs are definitely ready.
Totally ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Players have definitely sent all their stuff.
Yep. One hundo. So it'll be great. But no, it will be a good time. We will be playing a variety of non D&D TTRPGs in order to spice things up a little bit this year and just have a little bit of fun. But as always, just remember that this is a charity event. And so if you do have the means to give, we will always appreciate it. All money raised goes to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, specifically since the origin of this little group is in the Chicagoland area. It will go to Anne and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital, which is in downtown Chicago. So if you can tune in starting 8 a.m. Central on Saturday, you are welcome to join us and donate, or at the very least, just spam the chat and entertain us as we try to stay awake for 25 plus hours. So I thank you guys in advance for joining us. But for tonight, we are going to go ahead and do the little conclusion for this story.
Gonna
As
fight a Wendigo.
you're gonna try.
I'm gonna try real hard.
Big Stick gonna try real hard.
Yeah.
So, as a little refresher, the last two sessions, the group of adventurers decided to answer the plea from a small town called Rukla that has been experiencing some troubles in the Grobis woods next to their home. Those woods are really the lifeblood of the town. That's where they make their money from hunting and trapping. But in the last few months, it has been dangerous to venture in because there were people going missing, and then anyone that wasn't missing uh, they were only realized to have been killed because there were bits found that could be identified to give those families some measure of closure. So this group has spent the last day and a half or so investigating this situation. They went into the woods in order to try to see what was going on and found some wonderful corpse flowers, having a quick nom on some extremities, and also followed a blood trail to a small clearing deeper into the woods where they found the rotting carcass and rib cage of what is likely the most recent victim of the creature. They also misremember timeline. You rested first before you found that, yes?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think so.
So before heading and finding that, the group uh, experienced some weird noises in the night.
Mm.
Sounded like there was something that was just outside of their vision, just scratching trees, stepping on sticks, making its presence known, but never getting closer. The next morning, they discovered that wonderful carcass left
Mm.
in the clearing and followed the footsteps that they were able to find from, I shouldn't say footsteps, hoof prints,
Mm.
that they were able to find uh, of what had been circling them in the night. And they followed them back out of the woods, and the hoof prints basically immediately stop right at the edge of the woods. Uh, They then ran into Wilhelm, the local school teacher, who was letting the dogs out for their morning run and body break. After getting distracted by doggos, the party split up where two did a little bit of research in the Count's library, and the other two were getting to know the locals. Mhm. While getting to know the locals, they learned a little bit more about Wilhelm and his origins there, and drunkenly decided to break into the school. They did not get a chance to do that. Uh, because they were stopped by their other compatriots who, after finding a folklore story about a creature created through desperation and trauma that becomes a strange, hungry monster, they learned of the Wendigo and are pretty sure that's what's in those woods at this point. And so the group reconvened, took a little bit of a break for the day so that they could have two of the group sober up and are now positioned. I believe your plan, and correct me if I'm wrong, is basically to just traipse back into the woods and be bait and see what happens.
Yeah, real smart plan.
Kinda, yeah, actually.
Didn't think it was much more sophisticated than that thus far.
It's. I didn't say it was a good plan. I just said it was a plan.
Yep, yep. All right, so you guys were taking your rest in the in rooms that you had. So after a couple of people maybe take a little bit of a nap, get some coffee, sober up, drink some freaking water.
Mhm.
Um, at this point, it is late afternoon. Uh, quickly heading into evening, and thus very quickly will be sunset. If there's anything you guys would like to do in town, you are welcome to. You know that Rukla, well, itself is not the largest of towns. It is because it's known for its hunting and trapping. Does have a lot of people that come through, and so you're reasonably certain that you could get any sort of provisions that you need, short of like super rare magical objects, maybe not. But if there's anything else you need, you did pass like a pretty good general store, so to speak, if you need to head over to grab anything else before you head out.
I think we're pretty well prepped.
On our way out, I just look at Talia and just say, "Shots before we leave."
Yeah? My lips are a little dry, you know? And she'll go, James, 2 each.
And two for me. And Stick
He'll
has to like jump up with his hand raised.
he'll reach for the bottle, but looks at Whisper real quick. Like before he starts, like he's moving a little slower than normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Gets the go ahead, pours the 4 shots, and then like kind of raises the bottle and looks at Whisper and looks at Misty May and
Mhm.
Can't get hungover if you're still drunk.
all right.
Or dead.
Pours like yeah. Suppose.
That's a fact.
Pours a couple more and puts them on a quick tray, brings them over to you guys and says, all right. Of course I'll add these to your tab. Is there anything else you need? Or you guys just I guess what are you guys doing next?
Um,
Going into the woods.
into the woods. We're going hunting.
Oh. Well, I will instruct the cook to make an extra of each of the pies, and I will keep them warm and set aside for your safe return.
Much
Aw,
appreciated.
Excellent.
real sweet.
I like you, James. You're a good kid.
Wendigo.
And the James just kind of looks
Wendigo.
around, like, and he kind of like touches his hair that is a little bit starting to gray as he's an older, like he's probably maybe early 40s kid.
You're a good kid, James.
Thanks. But I'll take the tray and head back to the bar to help the next person. Uh, You guys have a particular anything you want to say before you cheers and do your, I don't know, final shots for the night or forever? I don't know.
Uh,
I raise my shot glass and say, fellas, the next round is going to be also on the counts tab.
and she just she's nodding her head and she goes, time for that when to go to get when to the fuck out of here.
When to
It
gone.
just like knocks it back, yes.
All right.
All right.
She's not particularly loquacious.
It's okay. You know, she's got liquid, and that's what matters. All right, you guys are just gonna head straight out into the woods. Are you going to follow the same path in that you did before? Are you going to follow the hoof prints that you followed out? You guys do know that there's a few different paths in depending on where you're trying to go. So you've got options, kind of all along. Not all along, but every so often, along the side that butts up against the town, you can find a trail. So you probably have about 5 options just from that side alone.
Where did we want to fight this thing?
Thinking that
Preferably.
I was thinking that clearing, second clearing, where we found the remnants of its meal, last meal, latest meal.
Yeah.
A little more space, a little further away. We just go. Try and think of what the path is. Like, what's the closest entrance to that?
You guys know for sure that the entrance you took before you would know how to get back there. That path is further south because you entered while leaving the Count's manor. So you'd have to head kind of in that direction. You're not certain without asking like for a map of the woods or asking someone who hunts and traps in there more often how any of the other paths might converge with that area.
Keeping to a path we know is probably not a bad idea anyway.
Yeah.
So same spot.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter if this thing likes to play with its food, it'll find us.
Very true. So same spot that we went in last night, and then we'll follow back to the campsite, then continue to north. I think that was.
Yeah.
To the ribcage clearing.
Is that what we're calling it now?
I guess so.
All right.
If we
It's
encounter
the official
it
name.
Yeah, if we encounter it on the way, so be it. If not, we can hang out in that clearing, try and pretend like we're setting up camp again.
Yeah.
The tiny hut's
next to the ribcage.
Next to the ribcage.
Not directly next to.
Why not?
All right.
Totally against week.
You guys head a little further south, kind of going back to the manor. You found yourselves basically just bouncing back and forth between the Raven Stag and the manor this entire time.
Yep.
But not too far from the entrance to the manor, you see your very familiar entrance that you took before. Go ahead and give me survival checks. You guys have come this way before, so it's not going to be as high of a DC, but still.
12.
10.
10, 12.
14.
Starting off good.
9.
Okay. You guys have some familiarity, so it's not too difficult to get through You do, of course, like at the very least, you're able to follow where you guys traipsed in before. um, you do see some new uh, game footprints that have come through a deer that maybe moseyed on through one of your footsteps at some point going by, but you're able to get back to that well, campsite, I guess we'll call it, where that fireplace was, where you fought the corpse flowers,
Yes.
pretty easily. Oh wait,
Are they back?
Mm.
We have to fight some off.
you look again. You do not see any, but it still smells fucking foul. As you see them and some of the extremities, like a finger or two, rotting in a pile where you killed them, and it smells arguably worse than before. Like they already smelled like corpses, but now the thing that smelled like a corpse is rotting.
Ew.
Mm.
Keep moving.
Uh,
I don't think we'll linger very long here.
Yeah.
okay. You guys are gonna follow the blood trail that was in the so going off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another set of survival checks as you walk off the trail.
15.
19.
4. That's bad.
23.
Shit.
Okay.
I'm actually paying attention this time.
You're in fight a bitch mode, so you're
Mm.
like, boom, ready. So you guys start going and following that blood trail before, which now is a dried, dark burgundy at this point on top of the leaves and grasses. Um, Unfortunately, Talia, like you almost stepped in the exact same trap you almost stepped in before.
Sounds about
And
right.
at the last second, Misty May is like, seriously? Moves you out of the way.
Want to lose
But
claw there, darling?
Sweet,
um,
sweetie pie.
yeah, bless your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Bless your heart.
Fair.
But with the help of your friends, you managed to escape almost losing your foot again.
Mm.
And make it through the first small clearing where you guys had set up camp before and continue on and make it safely and soundly to the carcass remains. That it actually smells a little better here than the flowers, but not by too much.
Do we hear wildlife? I know our first time we went in, it was kind of eerily silent. Do we hear normal forest sounds?
Oh yeah, give me a perception check.
Mm, uh, 13.
You've heard pretty normal forest sounds, and you remember that when you first entered, it was mostly normal forest sounds. It was once the sun fully set that everything was just quiet. Like everything had gone to ground until you started to hear those very precisely made sounds in the distance about halfway through your watch. But right now, you hear just normal. You think you hear like a bunny in the distance. You could tell that it's some sort of small bunny, squirrel, something like that. Skittering. Maybe 100 feet away or so. So seems pretty normal at the moment.
Just light a fire and let it be known that we're here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it
How
be
are
like
you
relocate
letting
that
it?
corpse?
You could do that as well. Yeah. So then,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so how are you letting it be known that you're there? And what are you doing with the corpse? If anything, you can leave it. You don't have to touch it. But Misty May suggested doing something with it. So
I'm just saying it's real foul. Like extra
Um,
foul.
wherever we make our camp, like whatever, like I assume we make our camp on like one side of the clearing.
Yeah, not in the middle or anything. Just trying to kind of keep.
How big is the clearing?
sorry, I realized I just need to switch the map for you. So there you go.
Hey.
Okay.
It's not a
Okay.
huge area. Again, clearing is not like the best phrase, but it's a little bit more open than like the thick of the woods you guys were just traipsing through.
All right. Then if we assuming that we're just going to make our camp in the southeast corner, I am going to move over to the other side of the clearing. And I am going to I am going to chop down this tree and start splitting it for firewood. And with every chop, I cast thaumaturgy.
Because you're trying to make as much noise as possible, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
That
I
is
will
what I
also
will.
I think she's gonna kind of walk the perimeter, but with her sword out, casting that moonlight, so it's like a bright beacon, like, hey, here we are. Come find us, you know.
Are you just gonna walk around? You said.
Yeah, I think
Honestly, what I really think we should do is because when you put that dome up, you can camouflage the dome, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody except for one person needs to be in the dome camouflaged, and one person needs to be outside as bait.
I'm
Because it's not gonna think it can win the fight if there's, four adventurers like poised and ready for battle. But one person all by themselves, that's a target.
oh, I could,
The dumb rabbit says all of this.
the dumb rabbit is not dumb. He just has a selective amount of intelligence.
Yeah.
He's good at what would I attack and kill. This is his
Well,
area of expertise.
if we really want the element of surprise, we could just, I'll go in the dome and I could do the thing.
Oh, the thing.
Thing?
The thing. I mean, I could
And
like
she just goes and like manifests her echo right next to her.
Mm. Yeah. And then
how long does that last?
Until I dismiss it or it's destroyed.
Okay.
not a bad idea.
So we
So
could
Whisper's gonna move over to this tree stump. I think right here is pretty good, right?
for the
For the dome? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a good dome spot.
All right. He'll hang out here and as a take the 10 minutes to ritual cast and cast the dome, which is a
It's a 10-foot radius.
believe so. Yeah, 10-foot radius.
Mm-mm.
That's a misleading name.
Dead
Dead
guy.
guy.
Rib cage.
No. That's a better name. Just so you know where the rib cage is.
That's perfect. Yeah, and then I will. So the dome is opaque from the outside of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. So yeah, I will make it like camouflagey with greens and match the forest around us.
And my echo is kind of like translucent. However, it still looks like her. And I would think to a creature in the dark, it probably. I mean, that is my and her thought, but she only has an intelligence of like 7. So. Oh, sorry, 8. Don't want to sell her short. I can always watch for it through the thing.
Well,
I can watch through the thing.
I mean, I could probably make that look more like you, as long as it's not wandering around too much.
I was just going to keep it near us.
Are we actually building a fire?
I mean, we can in here. Won't attract anything.
Oh no, I mean like out there.
Oh, out there? Yeah, probably not a bad idea to make it look like she's.
Yeah.
Or do we want it just?
I
look
can't
like
see
a
in the
fire?
dark, so I build a fire.
Okay, we're building a real fire.
Yeah, having to cast dancing lights every 10 minutes
Minute?
probably not. Yeah, every minute's probably not the best use of time.
Probably not.
I'm gonna say you know how to light a fire. I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Prestidigitation.
You're adventurers who don't know how to light a fire.
And Miss-
Clearly, your name is
Yeah,
Thurston Dollar,
there's-
but like,
Can
you're fine.
Can you light it without starting a whole forest fire?
Misty May and I have
know-
prestidigitation.
That's a good question. Yeah. Hmm.
Anyone
We
could
went over
make the
this,
big
remember?
fire.
I have cold breath.
Yeah, for that
And
reason.
Whisper was like, oh, right, because you're white.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Was it Whisper a white rabbit though?
Stick is a white rabbit, yes.
Stick is a white
Or
rabbit.
Stick? Sorry,
Yes.
yeah, sorry.
That is correct.
No, Stick is the white rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That is my character concept.
All right, so you guys are lighting a fire. Most everyone is hiding in the hut or
Yeah.
dome thingy.
Yeah.
Does the dome block out smells?
Mm. The atmosphere inside is comfortable and dry. No, it does not block out smells.
So you are not close, but also not far from the rib cage.
When the wind shifts
so,
a little.
Yeah, every so
Not
often
often.
you're just getting a good whiff.
Prestidigitation
Good
just
whiff.
constant, like little
Yeah,
bursts.
uh-huh.
Not enough to like trigger like any animals to be like, oh my god, what's that crazy smell? But like just every so often, just a little Febreze spray of
Like minor puff of wind to like push it.
yeah, just
to
kind
the
of
side.
alleviate a little bit.
All right.
I cast Glade plugin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Cast.
Rhodes, as we're sitting and waiting, I think depending on how long this goes, eventually Whisper will want to do that motivational speech. But since those hit points only last for an hour, I'm just trying to I think he'll wait until we start to stop hearing like other
Maybe
animals.
when it gets quiet?
Yeah, when it gets quiet. Burn that spell.
Yeah.
All right. And are you ritual casting that? So is it a
It's a 1 minute.
10-minute thing?
It's a 1 minute thing. There's no ritual,
Okay.
unfortunately, but it's a 1 minute.
Okay.
It's not like the inspiring.
Gotcha. That's probably what I was thinking of. Yeah. That takes forever.
Forever. No, this one's the cheater 1 minute.
I mean, a 10-minute speech that's a lot of talking.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
talk.
Yeah.
it is. All right. And Stick, are you continuing to like try to chop down this really old tree? It's
Oh
a
yeah.
pretty thick tree. Like, you know, you're pretty sure this tree is probably older than like, yeah, maybe not as old as Misty May, as a Fae, but it's pretty old.
Oh
And
yeah.
you're just gonna chop it down.
I'm chopping this tree down.
Cool.
Am I starting to look old? Do I have wrinkles?
I don't
um,
think Fae get wrinkles.
I
I
mean, technically, she is hexblood, so she probably has like funk.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Dustin?
I do just like periodically
Okay.
want to just make like perception checks, just keeping like if I'm the bait, I would like to know when the thing is coming my way.
When the
Um,
trap is sprung. Yep. Mhm.
but yeah, my passive perception is 16. And just so you know, I do have feral instinct. So I cannot be surprised.
Okay.
And if there is a surprise round, I get to act normally if the first thing I do in that round is rage, which I fully intend to.
Okay. About after it was late afternoon when you guys left the town.
Yeah.
Did traipse all the way over here. So by the time you guys like get there, figure out your plan, set things up the way they need to be set. It is pretty close to sunset at that point. Um, about an hour goes by. Um, Dustin, high or low?
Low.
Um, you have not managed to cut through that tree yet.
Okay.
But you are making some significant progress. You are stopping every so often, of course, to do a perimeter check. So,
Yeah.
you're pretty sure if you had like really been trying the whole hour, you'd have cut it down by now. So.
I'm my goal in chopping this tree down is not really to chop the tree down, it is to be conspicuous.
Yes. Uh, first hour goes by. Eh, seems pretty normal. You're still hearing the normal forest sounds. Close to the end of the second hour of you guys waiting, right when it's really starting to get dark because the sun is pretty much set, and with how thick this forest is, it was already dark, and now you really need that fire in the distance is really, at least for Stick, your only light source. That's the only reason you can see anything in this clearing.
Mhm.
Um, you do start to notice, Stick, as you do one of your rounds, that what you were hearing, normal chirps and noises, has started to die down. You might
Okay.
still occasionally hear something in the distance, but it seems like everything is gaining distance from you if
Okay.
it is still making noise and moving. Do you relay that to the rest of the group?
Um yeah, I just look over at the dome, which I'm assuming everyone is inside, and I just tap an ear.
If I'm looking I'm probably in the dome, like sitting with my consciousness projected into my echo.
Mhm.
Can I roll perception or anything like that to see if I also hear when I see Stick?
Yeah.
Not great. 6.
Um, you, while you were just sitting there, didn't notice the difference, but with Stick specifically calling it out, you do start to be like, yeah, maybe it is a little bit quieter now. You're not 100% certain. It's kind of that like, once someone says something, do you just think it's what's happening because now it's in your head? But, Stick said it, and you've got no reason to not believe him.
Um, I don't. It doesn't actually say if I can speak through the echo, so I'm assuming I can't.
I don't think so. Not that I've ever
Yeah, I
heard
can
of a
mentally command
skill.
it. But that's it. So in that case, I'll mentally command it to move over to where Stick is chopping down the tree to kind of like keep a little eye out, have his back, so he can keep chopping the tree.
Okay. After Stick realizes that it's gotten significantly quieter, about another 20 minutes pass, so you're into the third hour, and you all can tell now without a perception check, because you were waiting for it, to be
Yeah.
fair, that it is very quiet. You don't hear animal movement. The most you hear is the occasional movement of the leaves. Every time that whiff of the carcass comes in, that's the only sound you hear, is when the leaves move in conjunction with the wind at this point.
That's when I'll cast my motivational speech.
What?
Everyone gets 10 temporary hit points. Advantage on wisdom saving throws, and if you are hit by an attack while you still have the 10 hit points, you get advantage on your next attack roll. Once you lose your 10 hit points, spell ends for you.
It's a pretty good one. That might be better than Inspiring Leader.
Wait, and say that again. When do you get advantage on an attack roll?
If someone hits you and you still have those 10 hit points, you get your next attack will have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I heard you right.
Yeah, it's not a bad spell.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think Inspiring Leader gets you more. I think Inspiring Leader is better at higher levels. I think it's like your spell or your level of hit points.
Yeah.
So it's not a great feat to take early game, but like late game, it's really.
And of course, you don't have to use a spell slot. So
Yeah.
Exactly. It's basically for free.
you just
Yeah.
have to wait. To have 10 minutes.
To have 10 minutes to do the thing, and then it lasts until they're gone. Like this is just for the hour, so.
Yeah, I think at the same time, I am going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at first level and add another 5.
Okay.
15 total. Wonderful. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Okay. Any other prep work that anyone needs to do? Okay.
Nope.
You're sticking with the same plan for now, pun intended.
Yeah, I think so.
Party hopper.
Yeah, I probably, in order to not just tire myself out chopping this tree down, I probably do take, frequent breaks. Just sitting by the fire, making sure that it is. I'm not trying to build a bonfire, but I want to make sure that it's big enough that it is illuminating the full surrounding area.
Sure. Then you like ham it up like, oh, I'm so tired trying to chop down this tree.
Yeah.
I would be such an easy meal. Oh no.
I cast thaumaturgy and just, oh no, I'm so tired after a long day.
Hope nobody wants rabbit for dinner.
Even though it's super delicious. With some taters.
What's potatoes precious?
You know, potatoes.
As you're sitting around the fire, poking it, moaning about how deliciously tired you are, What was your passive? You said 16, correct?
16 is my passive.
Okay. Does anyone else have a passive of that a number? I guess I
20.
should ask what.
18.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mine's only 12.
Okay. I was like, where's a normal number?
Not an Arathea number.
Cat, I think Cat's higher now. Isn't it like 23 or
close
some
to,
bullshit?
I think,
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah.
20-ish.
It's fine. You know what? It's hard. Okay, there's a lot of stimulus at that point. You just perceive
That's true.
literally all the things.
That's true. So 3 of you, Talia is she's a little bit distracted at the moment, listening to sounds like yeah,
Thinking about rabbit.
rabbit stew with some potatoes would be
Awesome.
bomb for dinner tonight. Bomb.
100%.
But everyone else does hear in the distance what sounds like a very distinct heavy footstep stepping on some branches. You wait a moment and you hear one more. Another moment. Another. And you can tell it's not like a gallop or a run or anything like that. It's a very slow, methodical set of footprints that you can hear.
Without like turning around, like what direction does it sound like it's coming from?
Give me a perception check.
Talia's still looking out through her echo.
Yes.
Whisper will reach over and give her shoulder a squeeze. Because I know she can't see or hear at the
Yeah.
moment. So yeah.
Guys, it's okay. Those are my footsteps.
She'll pull her consciousness out of the echo, but like leave the echo manifested.
What'd you get, Dustin?
Oh, it was a natural one.
No.
Oh,
buddy.
You're not certain exactly which direction it is with a natural one. Sorry.
Okay.
And after another few minutes, you hear the footsteps, of course, getting a little bit closer. Getting maybe a little bit faster. You're not hearing the same pause between each distinct step that you were before. And from the north, you hear the leaves between some of the trees and bushes make a distinct sound of like someone parting them. And my mouse is being stupid. There it is. From the north, you see a large furry creature with like dirty brown fur covering its body and large horns coming off the top of its head. And it comes out of the branches and trees and crouches down so that it is kind of almost kneeling and has its hands that look, 4 fingers and thumbs. So very humanoid hands, and it's got a very humanoid overall shape, and it turns its disgusting face and looks directly at Stick.
And in response, Stick slaps his thighs as he gets up and says, "Well, back to work." And I grab my axes and I rage. I just start I look at it right back in the eyes and just start screeching.
All right, you
in my awful rabbit-like screech.
okay? You do that, and as you look the creature in the eyes, you notice that they are a very startling blue with a very it's looking at you. You can tell. You can tell that it's fully cognizant and aware that you are there and what it is doing. The level of awareness almost takes you off guard because it looks like a beast, like an animal of some sort, but
Mhm.
those are not that's not the look of an animal at all.
Right.
All right, we are going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Hey.
Since I'm sure we're murder hoboing.
Yes.
I rolled a natural 20 for my initiative.
So yes,
Oh,
clearly.
Jesus, Alright, which one of y'all's gonna work?
I rolled a
Is that what I wanted
9.
Why are you
Hmm?
doing that? Whatever.
Jabby monster.
That's not what it was supposed to be called. I changed the name, but it didn't stick to what I actually named it.
Oh no.
That's cool. It's cool.
Oh, where's that?
Okay, so
Where's the doodad?
stick natural 20 for a total of
25.
5. Okay. Misty May.
15 for a total of 19. 19, yes.
Okay. And Talia.
9.
Right. And Whisper.
This Jackson.
Okay. All right. With a screeching rabbit yell, anyone who didn't see the creature before, didn't hear it before, is fully cognizant of the fact that there is a large-sized bipedal monster staring your friend down. And Stick is up first.
Okay. So do I rage before or after initiative is rolled? Am I
I'll-
already raging?
I'll let you say you're raging.
Okay. I'm big.
Big Stick.
Yeah, so when I rage, I grow to large size, just automatically. At the same time, one of my axes uh bursts into flames.
Okay.
Okay,
Some of the some of the leaves get a little singed. That
Um,
occurs.
so I'm going to. I just want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Okay. As a bonus action, I think. Uh, that is. What is the bonus action? All right. Yeah, okay. So, as a bonus action, I am going to use my offhand attack, and I am going to throw not the flaming axe, but the other axe. I'm going to throw it at the Wendigo. I am going to use Strike of the Hill Giants with this attack. And I am also going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
That is a 16 on the die. plus 8 is 24 to hit.
Hit. Mm-hmm.
All right. It needs to make a strength saving throw. DC is 16.
Does not make it.
He is prone. I hit him with the axe and he falls prone. I don't know. So I'm gonna move up to him. And then, because I now have one axe, I am going to use the flaming axe in both hands. And I am going to make my 2 attacks. Oh, but I deal I roll damage for duh, duh, duh. So that first attack does 19 damage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to move up to him, and with the flaming axe, I am going to make 2 attacks. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
A 16 will still hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I need... that is a total of 27 damage from the second and third attacks. If it matters, 13 of it is fire damage.
It shouldn't matter. Oh, actually, I should have asked. The first axe, is that a magical weapon? Or just the flaming one?
Because I did Strike of the Hill Giant, yes.
Fine.
Otherwise, no.
Alright. Okay.
And then I dig my not on fire axe out of whatever it hit.
That would be an action to interact with an object.
Oh, I can't just pick it back up? That's
You
fine.
embedded it in him.
That's fine. I can leave it for now.
You hit real hard.
I did. That's what I'm here to do.
All right. Whisper from inside the dome.
Okay, I'm going to. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to. I guess. Can I just dismiss the dome?
If you leave the dome, it just.
If I lean the dome? Okay.
I'm going to say, yeah, like you can just stop doing a spell.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, so I will dismiss the dome. And. Oh, this thing is really big. I don't like it. I need it to make a con saving throw. What was that number?
Sorry, 18.
Fuck. Damn it. I need to beat a 17. Okay, well that didn't work. So instead, Whisper's going to curse and turn invisible as a bonus action. and run away.
Like, ah, shit.
Well,
Five.
luck.
30 and hide behind this bush.
All right.
That's
And
my turn.
Misty
Okay.
May.
All right. Yep. Well, Dome's gone, so that sucks.
Sorry, friends.
Nope. Just watch us whisper, just like fucking book it.
Yeah, he's gone.
Just, oh, fuck you. Fuck this up. I'm out, guys. Good luck. I'm gonna bonus action cast Hex on this thing, and I don't know. Let's have it have disadvantage on. Nah, let's go with like. Let's go with. Let's go with strength.
Always a good choice.
Disadvantage on strength checks, and I will grab a d6, and then
Also Hex.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go hit some stuff. It is still prone, correct?
It is indeed prone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will get myself within whatever feet of it.
Yeah, so all your
And
melee attacks will have advantage.
yeah. All right. So first attack, swiping at it. 28 to hit.
Yes.
Yes. And second attack is gonna be two natural 20s.
Holy shit.
Holy
Peas
shit.
and rice. Okay.
Which we will sneak attack on that one. So that
Wait,
we
how do
can
you
do
have...
that. What?
You have levels of rogue?
I have 5 levels of rogue.
How did I not realize that? Jeez. All right, sure. You can roll the dice.
Arnold
Um,
suddenly wishing she had beefed up his health a little more.
No, I was thinking like, oh, I shouldn't do it. It'll be fine. I don't feel guilty anymore.
No,
Good.
yeah, we really shouldn't get cocky.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
it
do-
hasn't gone yet.
It hasn't gone yet.
I'll do. Yeah, I know. I feel like this thing is gonna just like go like that, and we're gonna go flying.
It's
Mhm.
gonna be like, "Beep."
First one is first attack is just the normal one, and that is 8 plus 5 is 13, plus hex damage is just 1 necrotic, so 14 total.
Okay.
Second attack is the crit, so that is base damage is 13 plus 18 is 31. I'm assuming we're doing standard.
Yep.
Full damage plus. Okay,
Yep.
so 30.
Nerd House
30
standard.
Oh, 31 plus. Do we add hex damage to that too?
It's a die. It's a die roll, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a die roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 31, 37 then for base.
But when Faraday crits, it's nasty because it's just I just
That's
stacked
true.
dice.
So that's 37 plus 37 plus 10 is 47. 57. 61.
Jesus.
Whew.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so that's all the things. At which point she's realizing this thing is like 4 times her size. And it seemed like a really great idea at the time to run up there and stab it, and now she's realizing she didn't actually leave time to get the fuck out. And that is my turn.
You run up and take some very, very well aimed swipes at it while it is prone and trying to right itself. After you land your second attack, it lets out a ear piercing yell that is both high pitched and
Ooh.
low pitched at
Oh.
the same time.
Don't like it.
It just seems to like echo from inside itself and then out through the forest around you.
Oof.
as it is in pain.
Oh. Now I feel kind of bad.
This
But it
thing
did eat
ate
people.
things. It ate people.
I know, but like sometimes I want to eat people too.
Is
Okay.
that like a fairy delicacy or something?
Some people are just assholes.
So you
You
want
know?
to feast on them?
As Talia is asking that, it is her turn.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Can I get
Fuck
a
it up.
second? My echo's out. And,
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
If you don't mind.
Duplicate. And so the echo was near the chopping tree, yes, because that's where you had
Yeah.
placed him. Okay, so I'll just put it like there.
Okay. So, first thing I would like to do is move my echo 30 feet next to Misty May. And I'm going to attack with the Moon Touch Sword through Yield Echo. Is the creature still prone?
Yes.
So I get advantage on the attacks, is that correct?
Mhm.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So that's 8 points of slashing damage. Second attack. Uh, Natural 20.
Shit.
Okay. You know, extra lives in a few days. You were supposed to save the good rolls for extra life. I don't want to hear any complaints when there's no natty 20s that day, all right?
All natty ones.
The base damage is 15.
To be fair, you can't roll a nat 20 in your game.
I can roll a 1 though.
I could roll a 1 though.
Remember, I reserve the right to change the rules as I go.
That's true.
That's 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I would like to unleash Incarnation. And I heighten my Echo's Fury, and I can take an extra melee attack.
All right. So you guys are just going for, oh god, kill it dead, kill it fast.
Clearly.
I hate to say this, but
Seems
I
that
just
way.
rolled another natural 20.
Y'all!
I'm using my dice tower.
The
too,
second
so-
Wendigo comes out of the forest.
Yeah.
I don't like that
So my
Rose didn't
base
say
damage-
anything to that. I don't like that.
They're all Wendigos, the whole fucking town.
Oh my god.
That'd be so bad. I don't like
another
it. Don't give me
24
those
points of
shifty
slashing
eyes.
damage.
I'm sorry,
What
how
you
much
guys don't realize is that
24.
this is just the baby Wendigo.
Yeah, another 24 points of slashing damage.
damage? Okay.
And I'm going to leave my echo where it's at, and actual Talia is going to stay back here for the moment.
All right. You lay into this thing as well, and it lets out another earpiece piercing screech. But it does so as it's able to stand the fuck up. Being prone sucks. And as it stands up, Stick, you guys are pretty level in height at this point, being two large sized creatures, but it
Okay.
is towering over
Oh,
Talia
shit.
and Misty May, just staring down. You think you see almost like drool coming out of its mouth as it stares at you.
That is not. I feel like I should give it a kerchief or something.
So it is going to make a few attacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one am I feeling? Which one? You guess.
Mm.
Cool. So it bends down to bite at
Mm.
Misty May. Does a 17 get
That
her?
is my armor class.
Okay. Ties go to the player. So it bends down to try to take a nice gnaw out of you, but it was just a little bit still kind of off kilter from trying to right itself originally and manages to just miss you by like an inch. But you can feel its hot breath like right by you on your shoulder where it was trying to take a bite. And yeah, it doesn't smell good either. There's a lot of bad smells in this clearing right now.
Yeah.
Ew.
And so then, in anger that it was not able to take a bite of its snack,
Mm.
gonna reach out with some claws to Talia and to. I doubt that a 12 does it.
Nope.
Probably not a 15 either.
No.
Okay, so all of you dice. Gonna spend a few days in dice jail before Saturday. Cool.
Do you need to like send them to the country
Time
to live with
out.
like Uncle Dustin and like learn what they learn a lesson or something?
Just think about your actions for the next couple of days, okay?
I would say Aunt Sam, but it could make it worse.
Yeah, don't send them to me.
After it makes its attacks, you can sense its frustration that it's, as it's bleeding out and some of it like drips onto you guys because it's so tall and stick as it had like moved its arms to claw, a little bit flies onto you. It like splatters across your chest. You can sense its frustration at not being able to attack and successfully at that moment. But you notice its head lift as on the west side you do indeed see another creature come
Oh no.
into view. This one, the same size, but unlike the first creature that is, covered in a shaggy, dark fur. This looks like a human man with those hooven feet, but stretched, tall, skinny, and thin, with ink black skin and horns or antlers even larger in set than the creature directly in front of you. And it is running full tilt in your direction.
Oh, that's bad.
No, not nice.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Oh
yeah.
God.
It runs full tilt, almost like all of the smaller like saplings and bushes, it's basically just leaping over them or stepping over them as
I
it
don't like it.
comes right here.
No.
Oh, sorry. Now you're sharing a space. Okay, right behind Talia
No.
and Misty May.
That doesn't seem nice.
Why doesn't it seem nice to you?
I don't like it. Yep, that's me. That's this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that is its turn to run like just through the forest, coming at you guys. Yeah.
Monster in the mansion and monster in the woods.
That's not what they're supposed to be called. That's my notes, and the names didn't change, and it makes me so angry. Keep Foundry.
Foundry really is a narc sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
It really is.
Like, play it cool, bro.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be like that?
Damn, take it down a notch. Amazing.
All right, stick.
All right, it's my turn.
It is. There are now 2 creatures your size staring down at you and, well, staring at you and staring down at your friends.
All right.
Bad
Well,
news.
I am going to. I'm going to take my burning battle axe in 2 hands. I'm going to continue attacking recklessly. And for this first attack, I'm going to use Strike of the Stone Giant. So that is a 16, which hits, and I am going
Wait, is
to.
16 the total?
16 is the total to hit.
And I'm sorry, you're hitting the original one.
The original one.
Sorry. Yes, then you're good.
So that is that plus this. I need it to make a strength saving throw DC 16. And it is currently hexed for strength.
Yeah. Cool. So that's a 9.
Okay.
Would have
It
succeeded
gets
otherwise.
it gets pushed 10 feet backwards. And that strike deals 10, 15, 18 points of damage. 10 of that is fire, 6 of it is force damage.
Okay.
So that's that. I then close with the creature, look to Misty May and Talia and say, "You two take care of the new guy." And I am going to swing again at this monster in the woods.
Okay.
That was a 16 on the die, so
Okay.
20 something. And I did not say that I was doing anything cool with this attack, so I won't.
A boring, lame
That
attack.
is that is an additional 16 points of damage.
Okay. You lay into this creature, shoving it back, and you lay down one additional hit, and it begins to crumple before you, hitting its knees, and then almost getting smaller and smaller until it is the size of a normal human. And its fur starts to like recede into its skin. The antlers recede into its head. And before you is the form of Wilhelm, the school teacher.
Fucking told you I didn't like that guy.
I hate nerds. I don't trust nerds.
I don't trust nerds. Nothing but trouble. Always thinking they're better than you because they're smart.
They went to school.
School. I murder people who go to school.
Clearly.
Yeah. Is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's taking his struggling, barely there, gurgling last breath from the giant axe wound that you gave him in his chest. So, yeah.
Okay. Now can I pick up my axe that I had thrown at him?
Yes.
Okay.
Cuckoo.
I say, this is mine. And just
It
take
basically fell out because the axe was so big originally when he was shrinking, it just kind of it didn't fit anymore, and so it just kind of fell onto the ground. As you say, "This is mine," and pick up your axe, the ink black Wendigo behind you, you hear it scream as well, and in a voice that seems to almost speak in a couple of different octaves at the same time, says, "You will regret doing that." Um,
Mm-mm.
Come here and say that to my face.
Whisper and wait, sorry, who had the really good press? Everybody but Talia. Sorry.
Yeah.
Had a really good passive perception. Sorry, didn't mean to
Yes.
say it like that. Um, the voice, though
You're too
weird,
dumb to perceive it.
it rings something in the back of your brain of just like something feels familiar about that voice that spoke.
Alright.
Any other damage you want to do, Stick?
No, I'm
Bar
done.
maiden. It's the bar
I will
maiden.
consider picking up my axe my bonus action.
Whisper.
I rolled like insight or an additional perception check to try and determine if I can like recognize that voice.
I will say perception or even history.
Okay, perception's better, so let's go with that. Because we know I don't roll well, so I need to boost my character's bonus. 28.
Damn.
Um, you hear that voice, and it takes you a second to almost like separate the weird animalistic nature of it. But the tone, especially, is what, and word choice is especially what makes it ring home to you. That sounds a lot like the voice of, and the way, the speech pattern of the Count that you had encountered before. And spent probably a little bit more time with than other members of your party as well.
Yeah, and I had rolled a couple insight checks on him too, so that kind of gives a little bit of that. Okay. He will Whisper will step around his hiding spots and say something witty for vicious mockery.
Hey, fuck you.
He's still slightly thrown off and like confused at this whole situation, so it's a little off. He's not on par with this game. So I will need this particular creature to make a wisdom saving throw.
The right one. There it is. Dirty 20.
Damn it. Yep, saves, because apparently even the saves suck. And yeah, I will go invisible again, because clearly I'm not helpful in this fight, and scooch back this way.
And no.
And no.
Nope. Thought I was gonna come out, but no.
Thought it was gonna be great. Thought it was gonna be good. Thought I was gonna be helpful. Clearly not.
When you attempt to insult it, the creature does, just kind of turn and look at you over its shoulder. And it's hard to tell because it doesn't have any sort of like body hair that you can tell. So it doesn't have eyebrows, but
Mhm.
it almost looks as if it's raising a brow at you. Like,
Cool.
is that the best you have?
No. That was sad.
Right. Misty May.
All right. Well, when Wendigo number 1 dies, I am going to move my hex over to Wendigo number 2.
Mhm.
Same thing, disadvantage on strength checks or ability checks with strength. And then since it's right the fuck there, I guess I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to stab it. Uh,
It's a
is this like a
fair
fancy? Is this a
assumption.
fancy Wendigo?
I mean, describe fancy.
Well, like that one's when Shaggy wearing whatever. Is this one still wearing like the accoutrement of the count?
It's naked.
Oh, okay. And
I will
also,
not Dr. Manhattan this, but it is naked.
it's Kendall naked.
Yeah, it's Kindle naked, so it's not weird.
And is that Talia down there?
Uh-huh.
That's you?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. Wonderful. 24 for attack 1.
So yes, you get sneak attack.
What?
Yes, you get sneak attack.
I know, I was making sure, okay? 24 for attack 1 and 20 for attack 2.
Okay, yep, those both hit.
Okay. No real difference between the other stuff, so we'll sneak attack on the first one just because why not? And 13 plus 7 is 20, so 24.
Okay.
Plus necrotic is 2 necrotic. And second attack is 10 plus 5 necrotic, so 15 total. 24 plus 15, 39 damage total.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
And staying where you are.
Oh, yeah, nope, nope. Just gonna, I think just gonna kind of stay here. I feel like there's on the one hand, she's got that look like, like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this thing up. Like, I'm gonna do the thing. On the other hand, she's probably standing there because she's like, oh shit, and kind of just frozen in place.
Mm.
Like, oh God, oh God, oh God. Why did I think this was a good idea? Nope, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing.
Okay.
I'm good.
Uh, it is going to do. Oh,
It is going
didn't make
to
up.
see the error of its ways
Mm,
and beg
I don't-
forgiveness.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I feel like it should. It should.
I mean, I don't plan on forgiving it. I'm just saying that's probably what he does.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna do that. That's exactly.
All right, it is going to kind of bend down and try
Aw.
to take a bite at the Talia behind it.
That's the actual me.
Actual Talia, yes.
Yeah.
So the Echo Talia has Talia just sticking out. So I know which one it is.
Yeah.
And then your name is not on the other one. Figured it out. So smart.
Picture this thing like bending itself backwards, and I don't.
Oh God.
Ew.
I like that image better. That's even better. It's good.
Why you
You
gotta
just made
say
it
shit like
worse.
that?
It's very Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a 26 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. I don't know why Beyond isn't just letting me roll on the thing. But fine. Pull up my dice because, like, I always roll on there. It's just way easier. No. All right. Okay. 25 points of damage.
Whew.
And so. do- do-
It's not cold damage or anything like that, right?
Oh no, sorry. It is actually necrotic damage. I should have
Okay,
said.
that's fine. I'm only resistant to cold damage, so I just want to make sure.
Okay. All right, and then it is going to make a couple of claw attacks to Misty May as it rights itself from the disgusting backwards bend you saw it do.
I'm
You
just
said it, now
imagining.
it's real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to combat that, I'm just imagining like the inflatable flailing
A
two
wacky waving
bands.
inflatable arm
Yeah,
flailing
Like
two
cool
man.
that's
noodles
the only
with
way I
noodle
can
hands.
rectify it in my brain.
Pretty sure that's where I rolled last time. A 17 to hit?
Is my AC.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry. No, I can't read. I can't do math. That was a 15. The other one is a I don't know why my brain did not do the math right. The other one's a 19 though.
Yeah, 19 hits.
So
Shadow Martyr.
one will hit.
Oh.
My echo is gonna throw itself in front of
Oh.
her and take damage instead.
Oh, honey.
No.
I'm not like shed a tear.
I only get it once per short rest, so
So that's your it.
yeah.
It's what you're
Honey,
saying.
honey,
But you're a little bit squishy, darling.
I could have dodged it.
Well, I didn't roll well, but 9 points of damage.
My echo only has 1 hit point, so it is. But I can
Kaput.
manifest it as many times as I want to, so.
I feel like the first time that happened, it was like panic mode. It's like, oh God, she died.
Gone
She died.
forever.
Do.
Save your dodge.
All right. And so it takes a couple of swipes. It does see the echo leap in front of Misty May and, disappear after its claws make contact. And it just says, that is an interesting ability.
Uh-oh.
And it is Talia's turn.
I don't like that.
Derek, can I roll to see if I recognize the voice?
Sure.
What would you?
I would say history or perception.
Miss Jackson history.
Okay. It's a little cloudy because you were drinking most of the morning. But it clicks for a second, like, I recognize the voice of anyone who gives me an open tab. And you realize that it is the Count's voice as it, kind of looks at you over its shoulder again, with a not like a menacing look, just kind of, as it said, like, that's an interesting ability. And looks at you.
Huh. Well, good thing me and Stick ran up your tab at the bar, Mr. Accountant. You know what else is interesting? And she just turns and takes a really deep. I'm sorry, I'm trying it's gonna go straight out this way, 30 feet. She turns and takes a super deep breath and exhales her breath weapon, her cold breath. He needs to make a dex save.
$18.
Yeah, okay, he makes it. And I don't think. 5 feet wide. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d10 damage. Or, sorry, 2d10. On a successful take. Okay, it takes half damage. So it's 2d10. It takes 7 points of cold damage.
Okay. You let out your breath weapon and he dodges out of the way, but it's kind of hard to dodge entirely of this massive range. But what did hit his skin, you see that any of the ice crystals almost immediately melt away and not take any effect.
Okay.
Mm, mm.
And he says, do a little better.
Good to know, sir. And she's gonna just her second attack. My second attack, I will use my greatsword. Actually, I'm gonna move right here so that I'm flanking with Misty May, because that's his whole hitbox, right? Can't quite tell.
Yeah, the three
Okay.
are kind of.
Just want to make sure that I'm
Mhm.
positioned correctly.
Yeah, good enough.
Okay. That doesn't hit. I rolled a 5 and a 2.
No.
So yeah, second attack misses. And then I still have a bonus action. I'm going to re-manifest my echo. You could just put it somewhere right here or next to Misty May or whatever. I don't have my reaction anymore, but just put it wherever is
Okay.
somewhere in the vicinity of the
goings on.
And she would have announced that it was the count loud enough for everybody to hear. So that's my turn.
Everyone heard you say accountant, and like it took a second, but they went, "Oh, right, we got it."
The account?
Okay. Dick, it is your turn. You have both your axes back.
Okay.
I swear to God, I thought you said dick for a second.
I heard that's what I heard too.
That's what
Because
I
your
heard.
mic didn't pick it up at first.
Oh, well, it's a dangerous name to name your character there, Dustin.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, he's raging, so is he big dick now?
I mean,
Asked for
As
that.
our usual disclaimer, we often play for the kids, but our streams are not for the kids.
Nope.
Yeah.
touche.
All right. So, bonus action offhand attack first, with the non-fiery axe, Strike of the Hill Giants, and I am attacking recklessly, and I'm gonna throw the axe at him.
Cool.
Missy May just fucking ducks.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Strength saving throw, please. DC 16.
Fucking hex. It's a natural 20 otherwise.
Oh.
8.
8. He prone.
Clutch hex, Tina.
Wait, no, hex is only on ability checks, not saves.
Oh, you're right. I'll re-roll it then. Fresh roll.
It's like, wait a second.
Nina, shut up.
Sorry, I was like, wait, no, I was. If it was actually saves, it'd be really good.
Yeah.
Sorry, that one then is a 21.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
Oh.
What does silvery barbs do?
Gotta re-roll again.
Oh, you just re-roll it.
Re-roll it, and I will give the advantage, or the advantage to Misty May.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
And I am no... Oh, no, I am still invisible.
18.
Still succeeds.
Sorry. I tried.
I was like, do I have to keep rolling? Just keep going. I'll
Just keep
roll my
rolling.
d20s.
I can only do it once as my reaction.
It's a time loop. We're just in a time loop.
counter spell. So he still takes. I still hit him, so he still takes damage. For 15 damage.
Okay.
And then I move up to him and now 2 hands with the flaming axe. I made 2 more attacks.
I guess I should have given you that advantage. Sorry.
That was a natural 20 on the first one.
Never mind. Guess he didn't need that.
And the second one, even if that kills him, I'm still gonna hit him again.
Did you
Oh,
get
you
it
crit
again?
again?
Y'all need to stop. Extra
Yeah,
life is in
man.
3 days.
Saturday's gonna be rough.
Saturday's gonna be real rough.
Okay. So it's a D10 plus a D6. And I hit him twice. And I have brutal critical. Which means that I add another damage die, which is not doubled. I just add those extra to the rolls.
It says that it's not doubled.
Yeah. So that is 16 and 16 is 32.
Yep.
Plus 32 plus 14 is
46.
46.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I'm gonna roll dice.
My God. Okay. Holy shit.
That's
This
how
guy
it
just
feels
got
when you
like it's
crit as a
literally
rogue, too.
the clip from Monty Python where the rabbit just comes flying out into the dude's face.
I rolled really well too.
All right.
So what were we at? 46?
46, yeah.
Okay. That's 11.
Mm.
85.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Is there any weird damage shit that I should know in that?
It's all fire.
All fire and bludgeoning or something of that nature, slashing or something, right?
It's all fire and my strength and rage bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, all of the damage is fire damage.
Okay.
That's a lot of fire.
So on 4 D10s, I rolled 2 8s and 2 6s. And on the 2 D6, I rolled a 6 and a 5.
Damn.
All right. Dare I ask, anything else stick?
No, I'm done. I'm tapped.
Okay. All right.
Jesus.
Whisper.
Okay. Dropping out of invisibility. Step here. And a bead of psychic energy will kind of form and shoot off at Count. I need him to make an intelligence saving throw DC 17.
Roll the 60.
Rolled a 16?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking finally.
What did you do?
Psychic Lance.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I love that one. All right.
That is full damage. I rolled 22 points of psychic damage. A fucking 7d6, would you believe it? And then I will whistle at Talia and give her a bardic inspiration.
Ooh, tickles a little.
The D10. And I think that was like 1, 4, 5. I guess we'll go back.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Misty May.
The psychic lance.
Oh, and he's he's incapacitated.
Yes. That's what
So-
makes it a motherfucker.
So how does that work when you're really close to it and you hit it?
If he's incapacitated,
Yeah.
He can't take actions or reactions. That's it.
Okay. It's not It's not like hold person though. It's not
No.
paralyzed.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. But you do have advantage on your roll.
Oh yes, I have like so much advantage. I have advantage from all the places. It doesn't do
Oh
anything,
yeah, because you're
but I still
flanking
have
them
it.
too.
I have so much.
Sorry, I should have given it to somebody else, I guess.
It's really, it's fine.
I just think Rogue needs advantage.
Yeah, basically, it's
Yeah.
Don't
Or
worry,
somebody
there's
within
lots of
5 feet.
advantage.
Yeah.
All right. So
why do you think I
first-
keep trying to knock him down
seriously?
with that hill giant strike?
First attack is +9.
Just to show him how much of a bitch he is.
Miss
Yeah.
Jackson.
Okay. Yep.
Yay.
Jackson will hit.
Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson. This poor dude just getting like he's kind of becoming a pincushion.
Oh,
Second attack is 28.
Mm-hmm.
So first attack is 4, 5 is 9, +3 is 12, +12 is 24, +4 is 28 for attack number 1.
Some of that's necrotic, yes?
Yes, necrotic was 4.
Okay.
And second attack is a 6 + 5 is 11. 11 magical piercing plus 5 necrotic.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything
All right.
else?
Bonus actions. Do I have anything fun that is not nope, dupe. Yeah, no. I think I will hang out here, just, near the large, really spindly, creepy thing.
Cool.
Little bit impressed with Stick.
All right.
Stick is a little impressed with Stick right now.
Was like, damn. All of a sudden, there's just a rabbit out of nowhere on this dude's face.
All right. It gets to make a saving throw again at its turn, correct? At the end of its turn, if I remember correctly, yes.
For Psychic Lance.
Psychic Lance.
Incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Oh, that one's the start of your next turn.
Yep.
All right.
So it's just the one round.
Well, never mind then. It is Talia's turn.
all right. So I'm going to my first attack is gonna be from my echo.
Okay.
And that is not going to hit. Wait. I'm flanking with Misty May, not my echo, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then I'm gonna unleash Incarnation again and give the Echo a second attack. That will hit. That was a 17 on the die,
Yeah.
plus 7. So that's 13 points of slashing damage. And then I'm taking the next attack because the unleash Echo gives the Echo an extra attack.
Mhm.
I'm flanking with Misty May, so I get advantage.
Yep.
That's a natural 20. Yep, natural 20. So
Is that the sixth one at
I
this
think
point?
so.
Okay. Okay.
15. My base damage is 15. That's 28 slashing damage. And then I'm going to action surge.
Because at this point, why not?
I get to use it once for a short rest, so I might as
Yeah.
well. And I'm going to take the 2 attacks myself, not my echo. 18 hit.
Eyes go to the player.
I feel like at higher levels we need to stop using that rule.
I thought about just going to I'm just gonna flip a coin.
Yeah,
And 50-50 chance.
you know.
You know?
13 points of slashing damage. And that's 26 to hit.
Mhm.
Another 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Courtney,
And that's my turn.
how do you want to do this?
Hey!
Oh! She is going to just be like wailing at him every which way with her moon touch sword and be like, what kind of fucked up person attacks their own town and kills their own citizens? Just as she brings it up straight up the middle and cleaves him in half.
Okay.
And then calls a group of adventurers to come and save the town.
You cut him open right down the middle. And just like with the other one, the form crumples and then begins to shrink until you are seeing the somewhat familiar form of the Count, Hedion Saltis, and he, bleeding profusely from his chest, and there's blood coming from his mouth as he's just bleeding from many orifices at this point, and orifices that you made. Orifici? I don't know. But he's got a very prominent smile on his face. And he just says, wow. And his voice is getting faint as the blood loss is definitely taking him. He says, well, at least you were entertaining. And passes out. He's not quite dead, but give him a sec, a little bit more blood loss.
Do we care to talk to him? And this girl come out from around the bush.
Why would the mayor call people in to save the town if he's the one fucking it up?
Save him for a second.
Well, I mean, if he became a Wendigo and then, well, when he's not a Wendigo, maybe he would realize that in order to protect the town, he had to go.
I don't know.
No. He was hunting. He was hunting for sport. That's why he called adventurers. Because the townsfolk were too easy. And it looks like he bit off more than he could chew.
He didn't bite off much of you.
No, neither one of them even made attacks against me.
They were scared of the murder bunny.
And for good reason. Did you see me? I practically cut him in half.
I know. It was awesome. Did you see me
Wait.
cut him in half?
Who pays our bar tab now?
Frederick.
Do we run the town now? Is that how that works? You kill one and then you take its place?
One Slayer dies and the next one's called.
I I mean, I don't mind drinking in this town, but I don't want to be in charge of it. That is not what I signed up for.
You appoint people. They do all the hard work. You just get the money and the bartender.
Wait, is that a thing? Is that why people go into politics?
I mean,
Okay. You have two dead bodies of citizens of the town laid out around you. And you have at least solved your mystery. And, well, part of the mystery at the very least. And to the best of your knowledge, have saved the woods.
Well,
that's fun.
back to the bar.
We wait here to see if anything else comes out of these woods.
You think the town's going to be upset that we killed their count?
You plan on telling them that we killed their count?
I mean, eventually, I feel like someone's going to put two together. You know, the weird
Aren't we supposed to
adventurers
report
come to
back,
town. What?
Aren't we supposed to report back, that, like,
Oh yeah, we
pretty
need to
guy
get
was
paid.
dead? Yeah.
We just killed the guy who pays us.
Well, technically, isn't it his, his butler man?
Yeah, will Freddie pay us?
Yeah.
Well, you'll only know if you go back to the town to find out.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a way. Are we taking these guys back with us? Oh.
Well, I mean, we probably should have proof. I mean, I don't really want to sit in a jail in this town and rot.
Like a jail in this town could hold us.
It's the sentiment,
All right.
She'll reach down and like grab.
Yeah, I mean,
There.
I guess let's take the bodies back. And I grab the count's leg and I just start dragging him.
I'll go over the teacher. Did you say the body disintegrated or it just crumpled to the ground?
Crumpled to the ground. You just
Okay.
saw like all of either the fur or the inky black skin like recede into it.
Gotcha.
Almost like you would think of a stereotypical
Mhm.
werewolf transformation.
Mm-hmm.
She'll grab the horns of the teacher and drag him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and by this point, Stick's rage has ended, so he's little again. So instead of just like dragging a leg behind him, he throws the leg over his shoulder. So like his knee is on his shoulder and he drags him that way.
Do you just put like each knee on each shoulder?
Like a backpack?
Probably eventually.
Okay. Yes, like a human
I
backpack.
was just going to say a human backpack.
You've got a
That's
meat
awful.
backpack on.
Oh, God, I need a drink. You stay.
You guys know the way back by now. I presume you guys are gonna go back the way you came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just come back the way we came.
You drag the bodies behind you, piling on to the blood stain that already existed and just adding a nice fresh coat on top as you traipse in the other direction. You do notice that the sounds of the forest, while it's still quiet because it is nighttime, you do hear an owl hoot in the distance. You know, things like that. That normal sounds that you would anticipate hearing at night in the forest seem to be back now. But you traipse through, dragging the bodies along, and come out at the trail right near the Count's manor. And it's nighttime, so not anybody about at this moment. It's not so late at night that nobody would be awake, but nobody's on the roads or the streets at this moment. Direction do you guys head in?
Um,
I think we should leave them in the manor.
yeah.
Like, just in the main entry?
No. I'm in a room.
In the sitting room?
In a bed or otherwise.
Why?
I really don't think the town is going to take very kindly to us dragging two beloved members through the city streets. They're not
Okay,
going
because-
anywhere.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to take him to the bar. I would definitely kill the mood.
Wait,
I mean, okay,
wait,
I get that, but why put him in a bed? Just leave him in the entryway.
They were still people.
were being the operative word.
That
Kill
we're
people.
hunting people and killing them.
Don't think the townspeople are really going to see it that way.
Yeah, whatever. I start heading towards the manor.
You guys head to the manor, but when you get to the front doors, they are indeed locked for the evening. Do you knock on the door? Are you going to pick the lock?
I can't do that.
I'm gonna check real quick to see if I can do that.
I mean,
You got a rogue in the party?
I got a rogue.
Just had
I
no. I
can't-
had to make sure I took. Had to make sure I had the thieves' tools.
I don't know if I could pick the lock, but I could definitely get the door open.
Or break it. I shouldn't
there
have made any assumptions.
There
I
are other
apologize.
methods. We
Gosh,
can try
Rose.
subtle first, and then if it doesn't work, or if it break off a lockpick, then you can just that thing down.
Sounds good.
Whichever methodology you prefer. All right. Misty May, go ahead and give me that sleight of hand check.
Yeah, mind you, she ain't that good at this. All right. Mm. Mm, mm. Plus. Um, 18.
Okay. With an 18, you are able to deftly open the front lock, and you guys can enter the manor. You are greeted by that now familiar large entryway, with you know that to the right it would take you into that sitting room that you originally met the count in, or um, you know, Misty May and Whisper are a little bit more familiar with the layout and knowing that upstairs is the library and presumably the Count's office or some sort of room that he uses where you saw him walk out of. And of course, towards the back of the house is where you saw the kitchens.
Yeah, we didn't see where the teacher was staying.
You do
Is
not
there-
know for certain.
I'd say
Well,
just
Do you think?
put him in the
There
same
is
room.
a schoolhouse.
I'm not gonna drag
You
him
think
all the way to
that-
the schoolhouse.
Do you
Okay.
think that dog is okay? You know, the teacher's dog.
Are you guys dragging the bodies? Are you going to check downstairs? Are you dragging upstairs to find rooms, or?
I
telling
guess we
us
just
this-
go upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Most bedrooms are on the second floor of a house, like
Yeah.
generally speaking.
Yeah.
So you
Talia's
make a
just gonna
fairly
go
safe
upstairs and
assumption.
keep dragging the teacher, and it's like thunk, 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 up the stairs.
As you get about halfway up the stairs, making that thunk, 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 thunk the entire time, from you hear a door open, and from that door, the two dogs come running excitedly over, and they run down the stairs and they kind of like stop in your way, and they're sniffing Wilhelm as you're dragging him, and like then nudging a little bit when they don't get the pets and scratches that they would assume that they would get when seeing their master. And just a moment later, you hear the footsteps, and around the corner of the hallway, you see Adelina appear. She goes, "What have you done?"
Solved your monster problem?
That's not how that was supposed to go. They
What do you
just wanted
mean?
to, and she's like backing away, like leaned against the wall, and starts to like sink down against the wall, and she's just like staring at the two bodies. She's not making eye contact with anyone, just like her eyes bouncing back and forth between the two of them. Like they can't be gone. It was just supposed to It was just supposed to be something that they could do to make it interesting. It wasn't supposed to go this way. They said it would be totally safe. I can't be alone again. I can't be alone again. What are they doing? What happened? And she's just staring at the bodies, like mumbling to herself.
I want to make an insight check,
Sure.
and I also want to ask out loud, did you know about this? That is an 18.
Okay. You look at her and you can tell like genuine worry and just shock and awe. Like she's not faking that at all. You ask her if she knew, and she says, "Oh, oh, well, yes. I It was just supposed to make it more interesting, they said. I This wasn't supposed to happen."
Make
Are
what more
you one
interesting?
of them? And I reach for my axe.
And she like pushes herself a little bit tighter against the wall. No, no, I, I not yet. I was
Nice.
Oh god. And
Explain.
she's like starts to like breathe. She's like kind of starting to hyperventilate a little bit. And when Talia says explain, and Whisper's got, he's got a hand on an axe, so she's not exactly in a position to be able to not explain. She says that when I came to stay here, I just I lost my family a few years ago, and I came to stay with the Count, and he became my new family, and Wilhelm came, and the three of us were each other's family, and I just wanted to be like Hedian. He said that Wilhelm should be transformed first. He was an adult and older, and I would join later when I was a little bit older, maybe after I got done with school. We were just, I just wanted a new family.
You know they were killing people, right? Like you're aware of that and we're just okay with it and wanted to be one of the boys.
I mean, it was better than being an orphan alone.
You created more orphans, more widows.
I guess I never thought of it like that.
Clearly not.
She's started crying at this point. Her breathing is a little bit more calm now that she started to gather stuff, but she's just got like tears just rolling down her face.
Why don't you all
Um,
go take these bodies and put them somewhere?
yeah. When Whisper starts to say that, I'm already moving.
I will step up to her and crouch down So it's just us.
Mhm.
While the others are gone for the next minute, I will speak to her. And I need her to make a wisdom saving. As he says that perhaps you should leave this town. Leave these people alone.
13.
She is frightened of me for the next hour.
Okay.
And once it wears off, does not know why.
I mean, a buddy did threaten her with an axe, so like there's a reason.
That too.
But
I did
you
not threaten. I took a reasonable precaution.
Technically, I could designate that she's frightened of the bunny, but I am going to take that on.
It's fine. I will say it is all a matter of perception. From her angle, you threatened her with an axe.
Yeah.
So you finish speaking, and she nods and she runs to a room at the end of the hall, towards the direction of the library, and you can hear like drawers opening and shuffling in there. You presume she's grabbing some essentials.
Yeah.
The rest of the group are dragging these two mangled dead bodies. Where are you dragging them to? You are. Oh, here, let me. Remove you. Where's the other one?
Did you drag her upstairs? Oh, there you go.
You guys were pretty much at the top of the stairs by the time that door opened, so you would feasibly have continued. And I need a Talia and a stick.
Like that way of saying his name. With a
Why
Y.
did you close the door with your face?
Is he in the room with you at least when he did it?
He is, yes. So I made him wear the cone because he keeps licking this one spot. And I'm like, you're going to give yourself a hot spot. And so now he just keeps bumping things. And like
I
he
can
locked
see the
himself
cone.
in my room last night.
I can see the cone.
No, poor
I knew.
buddy.
He's like, Mama, we're here together now. No one can get here.
Last time Max had
Oh my
a
God.
rash on his like lower abdomen. He has such a skinny neck, he can and long legs, he pushes out of the cone and or the donut. So I bought him a onesie.
Yep.
I haven't tried the
And
onesie.
he
Oh, he looked
grudgingly
so
wore
betrayed.
it. He looked so upset.
Yeah, mine can also. It wouldn't work for feet because he can still get his foot. Also,
Mhm.
long-faced dog.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking flexible as heck. He can get to his feet, but it's like kind of in his back, so the cone's working sufficiently that I'm like, stop licking there. Give yourself. You're gonna make it worse. Stop making it worse.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alright.
So Whisper was actually like here, scaring
Yeah.
the bejeebus out of this
Mhm.
girl, and you guys are there looking around some dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you do see there's a doorway directly in front of you and a couple of doors at the end of the hall.
I mean, I can just open this door.
Right. You open that very first door and you are greeted by what it looks to be a very nice office. That's the door that you saw the count come out of last time
Ah.
when you were coming out of the library.
Okay. Oh, office.
Just
Probably
put
not
him
the
in
best
there.
place. What?
Why don't we just put him in there? Does it really matter? I'm not like gonna tuck him in.
I mean, there could be important stuff in the office.
So let's go look. Talia's gonna go into the office and she's dragging the teacher, put him in the chair like he's sitting upright.
Fucking
And then
weekend
just
at
gonna start
Bernie's.
Yeah. Start rifling through the desk to see if she finds anything.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
15.
Okay. You start rifling through. You see what looks to be like accounting ledgers, and you're like, oh god, this is boring AF. And then you see what looks to be like almost an account of recent events written by somebody else. You can tell it was written by somebody else because the handwriting in the accounts and ledgers is very um, neat and loopy and florid, and it looks like the handwriting of someone who had like penmanship class. It looks like calligraphy.
It's probably Freddie.
Sure. And then the other piece of paper, the handwriting is like half capital letters, half lowercase, and it just looks like chicken scratch. That's talking about some of the recent events and people that you see some names and dates, and you think that these are probably like people who are saying what they saw, people they saw go into the woods and that sort of thing in the last few weeks. Yes.
Just nothing interesting here, just accounts of what was going on. She'll kind of glance around the room, knowing that fancy people have liquor in their offices.
You glance around the room and you do see in the corner by the fireplace there is a small bar, like a bar cart, that does have some whiskey in a decanter.
She grabs the decanter. Stick!
Of course.
What?
Drink.
What are you doing? Yeah.
She'll take a drink, pass it.
Suppose you guys have earned it.
We've earned it.
Just put him at the desk over there. That's what I did with the teacher guy.
I just drop him like onto the desk.
Okay.
Solid.
Now
This kind of tastes better coming out of this fancy bottle.
Oh my.
She'll just pass it over to Stick once he drops the body.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
Misty,
even
maybe you-
bother with a glass. I
course
just
not.
take a big swig from the decanter.
Yeah, you guys are just passing the decanter back and forth
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
heathens. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're heathens.
No.
Like
Yeah.
heathens.
Misty May, do you also step into the office, or are you kind of keeping an eye out in the hallway?
Am I keeping an eye out in the hallway? I think, yeah, I think she would be waiting for Whisper so that Whisper does not leave the other room and be like, where the fuck did they go? Which has happened before. They just wandered off and Whisper was like, it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah, that track.
Not a careless whisper.
And
I
what
feel
is
attacked.
Ooh.
and what is Whisper doing as Adelina is in her room, presumably packing?
He will stand up and stay in the hallway, but join Misty May.
All right, you guys prop the bodies on and around the desk. After a few minutes, Whisper, you see the door open at the end of the hall, and you see Adelina half step out and then pause, just staring at you,
He
like, kinda
will
half in, half out of the door.
he will step to the side as much as possible and clear the way to allow her stairs.
And she will scurry past and down the steps and out the front door that, again, you guys are heathen, so you left it
They
wide
fucking left it
open.
wide open, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No respect at all.
Just picturing Thurston. He would be appalled by this group.
Would.
Oh.
Absolutely he would.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
We just threw a dead
Misty
body.
May would be actually no, Misty May would be all right.
We just threw a dead body on top
Fair.
of the accounting.
Yeah,
we did.
that's rude. Oh my god. Ugh. So you guys are left in the Count's Manor. Now, as far as you know, empty. The two dogs ran out the door behind Adelina. You could tell, like, confused, like, where are we going? Where are we going? And they just start running
She better be
in that
nice to them.
direction.
Do you think she'll be nice to them?
Sure, she'll do whatever she thinks is necessary, but they are currently her only friends. So
Wanted to bring them with us.
next time.
We can get
Should
you
we
a
just,
dog
like,
if you
wait
want
here?
a dog.
No, we should go back down to the bar.
Yeah.
Tell them what happened.
Yeah, this one's empty, and I hold up the empty decanter.
Oh man, you took the
Was-
last drink.
Is, trying to think of the fanciest whiskey I can think of. That was fucking 20-year-old Pappy that you guys just chugged out of a
Chugged.
decanter. Mm-hmm.
Jogged.
It's like Glenlivet or something like
Oh my gosh.
that.
All right, you guys head back to the Raven Stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were promised pie.
Mm-hmm.
You were indeed promised pie.
We were.
It's, as I said, nighttime, so not as many people are out, or really nobody is out. You do see one person, like in their backyard, probably getting something done before the end of the night, but you make it very quickly and easily to the bar. Uh, you do see it's got a sizable crowd in the bar at this point, people having some drinks, late dinner. You see some people having slices of pie and get a little worried for a moment.
Mm-mm.
But James sees you and says, and he points to a table that has a little note card on it that says reserved. And he points you in that direction over there.
Table for hooligans.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the least
Stig-
nice table in the bar. Like, they're all really nice, but like this is the one that's not as nice.
It's the one with like it has like two chairs that are from one set and like one chair from the other set that they still haven't gotten rid of.
Yeah.
I see the card that says reserved and say, guys, we can't sit here.
But there's 6 shots and 2 beers on the other side. I'm pretty sure that's my spot.
It's a
I
lot
mean,
of
well,
shit.
let's steal the drinks, but we can't sit here. That's rude.
As you guys are debating whether or not you're allowed to sit there, from
Okay.
behind you comes Nellie with a tray holding one cherry pie and one apple pie. She says, "All right,
Woo.
we were hoping to see you again tonight, so I'm happy that we did. These are reserved for you."
Well, it's
Nellie,
been a lucky evening.
You're a
and
good
ours.
kid.
Thanks. Tell James
See-
that. I need a raise.
We'll let him know.
I'll exchange the apple pie for a handful of silver and just take it to the table.
Oh, okay. I thought it was on the tab, but okay. That's fine. I'll take it.
Keep the change, kid.
And she saunters off with a little pep in her step. You guys hunker down. She did, of course, bring, the little dessert plates and some forks for you guys.
No need.
Okay, well, you do have friends that are there and maybe want like a slice before you chow down.
Yeah,
Gotta be
why
quicker
do you
than
think
that.
Whisper took a pie?
I feel like
Yeah.
that's how
He
we
knows
should.
better.
We take our slices and then just put the pies on the other
Yeah.
side. Of
Yeah,
the
on the other
table.
side of the table. 100%.
So you guys start chowing down. After James is done, helping a few customers, he heads over and says, "Happy to see you guys again. Thought it might not be till the morning, usually, or at least last time you guys didn't come back in the night, but I'm glad you guys came back. Did you change your minds about going, or?"
There and back again.
Oh. Well, Hopefully it was
Speaking of which, we
safe
probably
trip.
should talk to Frederick.
Uh, Fred? Frank? I don't know.
Frankfurt.
Franklin.
Franklin. Franklin.
Yep. Nervous little guy
Okay.
from the mayor's office. The
Yes,
accountant. Whatever.
the count's secretary. Yes. Yeah, I'll send Nelly over to his place. See if he's available to head over. Hopefully that's good news. You've got something to report. So yeah, I'll make sure she does that quickly, and he'll run over. You see him whisper to Nelly, and her like scurry out through the back door.
You know, James, Nellie is a good kid.
Yeah, she
You should
is.
give her a raise.
And she told you to tell me that, I assume.
No.
Not the good kid part.
The race part. Yeah. Okay.
But
Well,
you should
her
give her
annual
a raise. She brought us pies immediately.
Yeah.
And she
that
balanced
is
all the drinks on one tray last time. It's pretty impressive.
But yes, she is very good at her job. I suppose her review is coming up shortly. I will take your glowing reviews under consideration at that time.
Well, I've done all I can. And I just throw my whole face into a pie.
He
The
just
rabbit
walks
eating
away.
raspberry
No,
skin.
no response. Just don't
Mm-mm.
respond. And he heads off. After maybe about 10 minutes or so, you see the front door of the bar open again, and Nellie and Franklin, scurry in. Franklin is wearing another very nice suit, but you could tell where he like has it misbuttoned, like the jacket's slightly misbuttoned as he was like rushing over in a hurry, and like the pocket square in his pocket is very like mostly flopping out at this point, as he had was in his evening wear, not in his professional attire. And he runs over to you and says, Nellie said that you needed to speak with me. Do you have news?
Yeah.
You may want to sit.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to offer. Thank you. And he'll sit down. He pulls out of his pocket a little notebook and a pen. He's like, okay, I'm going to take very good notes so that I can get them back to the count. He really wants to make sure that this is well documented.
That's weird. Considering.
So the creature we found in the woods that's been attacking the townsfolk and eating them and whatnot, we found it.
Yes. Wow.
And we killed it. And I would like to do an insight check on his reaction to that.
Okay, go for it.
There were two of them working together.
Oh, goodness.
Guys, it's okay. Frankie's legit.
Did you
Roll a 1.
Natural one.
That's a makeup for you. It's to balance your
Yeah.
nat 20s.
Feast or famine.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was your boss, right? And that teacher. And his daughter.
I'm sorry. I had already started my nightcap, so I think perhaps I misheard. I'm sorry. What did you find out there?
Your boss. The accountant.
Count. And the teacher.
What she said.
What do you mean?
They were the monsters.
That doesn't
They've
make any sense.
been hunting the people of this town for sport. When you all became less interesting and no fun, that's why they called us. Because
Or
we were more
adventurers in general.
interesting. We're more interesting to hunt.
Misty May, can you do that thing that
That doesn't make any sense.
makes the images appear?
That doesn't. But why would the count do that? He his family's been in charge of this town for generations. I think you're mistaken.
Nope,
Saw it with their
definitely
own two
not.
eyes.
Nope, sorry.
Creatures that they became were malicious and bloodthirsty and loved toying with their food.
Well, those aren't terms that describe the Count at all. He is a kind, you could very stern, sure, but he's a kind gentleman. He I wouldn't ever call him vicious or anything like that. I mean, Wilhelm was a little rough around the edges, but the Count loved him, and I'm sure that he had wonderful traits that that the Count saw. I I simply don't believe you.
Well,
Real insight on him.
Sure.
you could always, go up to the manor. Today, tonight, tomorrow.
Better do it soon.
21.
We did bring their bodies back with us from the woods.
They're in the study.
Their bodies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're both dead. Didn't I lead with that?
Yeah, I think so. I thought it was clear.
Talia, you just kind of watch his reactions and you can feel that he's being very genuine. When he speaks of the Count, there's an air of like awe and infatuation in the way that he speaks. When he
Creepy.
speaks of Wilhelm, there's a little bit of like jealousy there.
Mm.
Um, but he's genuine. He genuinely thought that the Count was a, handsome, smart, rich nobleman, wonderful guy, the best in the world.
She kind of gets like real close to him, like uncomfortably close.
Ma'am.
You have your blinders on, sir. She like grabs one of the shots from in front of herself and like kind of like plunks it down in front of him. It was your boss. Open your eyes. He wasn't a good guy. Even his daughter was in on it. Those poor dogs ran off with her.
Adelina? She's only. She's not even 20 yet.
Just because she's not 20 doesn't mean she can't be a piece of shit.
I knew her growing up. I mean, it was so tragic when her parents and her brother died, and the Count took her in. He took her in because he understood what it was like to lose his parents and
Mm.
a
How
I mean, you
sibling.
know these creatures.
How did they die?
How'd they die? Yeah, she never actually. I don't think she ever mentioned it.
Oh, there was an influenza that went through the town.
Mm.
Unfortunately, they did not make it several years back. Um, there were other people that we lost at the time as well.
Hmm.
But why would he do that? It doesn't make any. He like takes a sip of the drink and like
Mm.
sets it down. It, I don't want to call you liars. You seem like very nice people. But I don't understand why you would do it. It just
Well,
doesn't make any sense.
you know what they say. Crazy people do crazy things when they're crazy.
I don't believe I've ever heard that saying before.
Give it a couple days. We'll wait around. When the killings stop and the disappearances stop, we'll take our money.
Stick shoots a look at Whisper and just says, "The tab is still open, right?"
Uh, I suppose I will have to, if what you say is true and the Count is no longer with us, I will have to call his attorney and the accountant and put his affairs in order. Um, it'll have. I suppose I should start seeing to that tonight. And you said you took them back to the manor.
They're in his
Uh-huh.
study.
Yeah.
I chopped him in half.
You see, like, corner of his eye, there's like a tear that starts rolling down as you say that. Well, I simply can't let you leave until we know what's going on for sure.
Stay.
All right, we'll be here.
And he yells for James, who walks over, at first just like, all right, I guess I need like more drinks or something. And he sees Franklin's demeanor and his face drops and he says, what's going on? And Franklin says, the Count is dead.
Mhm.
And these folks, I need you to. He grabs his. I need you to ensure that they do not leave town for several days, as they claim that they did it in self-defense, that the Count was the one responsible for things. But until we know for certain, they cannot leave town, because otherwise, they are murderers, and they would need to be held responsible. And he kind of like tries to hold himself up a little bit. So he's saying that and trying to be a little bit more assertive. And James says, I'll run and grab the sheriff. He just kind of looks around and sees the very somber, serious tone that he has not experienced from this group before. So shortly thereafter, the town sheriff does walk in. And he does ask that you guys do not leave the Raven Stag for the next 5 days.
Oh god. They're gonna get so drunk.
Be belligerent.
Correct.
There will be someone stationed at both entrances of the Raven Stag at all times to ensure that you guys stay, while they do their own investigation, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
The tab does remain open for the
That's a
time being.
mistake.
That was a mistake.
That was such a mistake.
Franklin says that if you truly did adhere to what was promised in the plea for help, then you do deserve the accommodations that you were told you would have. So, yes, this will all be covered for the next few days. But if you are found guilty, you will be held responsible for any tab that you create during that time, on top of whatever your sentence is. So you spend 5 days stuck in a bar.
Can
Oh
I
no, what a
roll?
punishment.
The best 5 days that we've had in a long time.
Can
No,
I
jail's
roll
like this, I
either
could deal with it.
perception or maybe insight might be a little bit more appropriate
Mhm.
on the sheriff? I just want to size this guy up.
Sure. Insider, whichever one you want. Whichever one you feel, whatever feels better in your gut.
Whichever one looks better on my character sheet. Got it. Not
Really what
gonna
that
help
means.
much. 12 perception.
Okay. You size him up just to, to be fair, you pretty much size up everybody you meet just in
Uh-huh.
case. And he is a shorter, stockier man, human, as far as you
Okay.
can tell. Pretty much everyone in this town is human that you've met. So you guys definitely
Humans are
stick out.
chumps.
He looks to be maybe in his late middle age, so probably late 50s or so. As I said, a little stockier, definitely well built. You can tell he's someone who works out, got to be prepared for things, but um, that's all you get from just a perception check. He does carry with him a broadsword, and you do see, like, daggers on him as well. But none of that strikes you as odd. One should be
Okay.
prepared. Like,
Okay.
have your weapon and some backup daggers with you at all times.
Do I think I could take him?
You think you could take him. You think, like, yeah, I get big, I get angry, stomp on this chump. Whether or not that's true, that's what you
Okay.
think.
All right. Probably around the day 3 mark, I turn to Talia after we've been drinking all morning and say, I bet you I could get out of here without them noticing.
2 gold.
Outside, lap around the building, back inside before they catch me.
She like puts 2 coin on the table.
Okay.
Right,
you
what do you
trying
want me
to
to? What do you want me to roll?
Tell me your plan to sneak out first.
To sneak and then
Oh, are
run
you trying?
faster than they can.
Okay, are you?
I will likely be seen,
Mm.
but once I am seen, run faster than they can, and then back inside. Back inside the same door I escaped from.
So you're using a doorway. Okay.
Uh-huh,
Front door,
yeah.
back door.
Is one of them more heavily guarded than the other?
Oh my god.
You've noticed, as they said, they would post one person up at each doorway at all times. So not
Okay.
more heavily guarded, just one guy watching each doorway.
Okay. I will. I will go out the back door.
Okay. All right. Give me a stealth check as you try to sneak past this guard.
Either a 1 or a
You
20.
told him.
It was the good one. Natural 20.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
what's your total?
25.
Yeah, I'm so mad because I also rolled a natural 20. Man.
Oh.
Damn!
Got
I was
him.
like, oh, I got him. Screw this. Screw Dustin.
This little rabbit.
You head to the back door and, like, as you open the door, you hear the hinge. Give it a little bit of a sound that you're like, shit. And you see the guy's head turn, but it turns in the wrong direction. So he notices a noise, doesn't pick up on the right direction, and you're able to just
I book.
ride on by. Okay. You're booking it around the building, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run a lap around the building.
And you're not trying to sneak at this point. You're running.
No, if they just have one guy at each door, then no, I just run a lap around the building. When I get like around to the front of the building, like near where our normal table is, I tap on the glass to signal to Talia that, hey, I'm all the way over here and outside.
Oh my god.
You do that, and as you do, you get the attention with a 19 of the other guard at the front, because you're like right at the corner of the building, and he goes, "Hey,
With a
back
cough,
inside,
Talia like
back
manifests
inside."
her.
I run as fast as my little rabbit legs can carry me.
With a
You-
cough, like Talia's gonna like manifest her echo to see if it distracts them, so Stick can like keep fucking around out there.
Where are you putting it? Towards the front, like where you saw Stick?
Yeah, kind of like between the two.
He does not notice. He has his eyes on the bunny prize, and he just bolts out your head.
How fast is this guy? Normal human fast?
Normal human.
Okay, I'm faster than he is. My speed's 40 feet. And I don't know if this costs any of my movement, but I have a bunny hop ability, which I can
Yeah.
jump 20 feet. I can only use it if my speed is greater than 0, but it doesn't say anything about like I have to have available movement or anything. Even if it costs movement, I leap 20 feet like clicking my heels together and shit. Just being a
Just being a
Such
just
a
dick.
being a
Looney
kind of
Tunes
an
kind of
asshole.
moment.
Yeah.
You round the corner, and like as you do get past him as he's about to take off, you do your leap and click your little bunny heels at him in mockery and wrap around the building. You are indeed faster than him, and you come up behind the guy guarding the back, and he's like, "What the?" As you run past him back inside, and his cohort almost runs into him, trying to make the turn.
Better than that, when the dude like reaches down, because I'm much shorter than he is. When he reaches down to try and like grab me, I bunny hop again, and I just leap over him.
Okay, we're gonna play leapfrog. Cool.
Yeah.
You leapfrog over him and back into the back of the bar.
I snatch the 2 coins.
You do end up with a little bit of a talking to after that went down. But other than that, the rest of your day goes by, and on
You can't prove anything.
like there were witnesses, but okay. But on the evening of the 4th night, the sheriff comes back in to the bar as you guys are having, a drink and dessert, as has become your norm. Franklin shuffles behind him, um, just looking lost for the most part. And the sheriff says, "Well, I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but you guys are free to go."
Oh, nice to see you come to your senses.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Well, I hope you can understand that it's hard to imagine that the count that's lived here their whole life, someone you watched grow up when they were a child, was some sort of a horrible rage monster from folklore. So, no offense meant to you.
Yeah. Tough break, kid.
Sorry, we ran up the tab quite a bit in the last however many days.
Well, uh, I'll leave that to Franklin, I guess. And he taps him on the shoulder and walks off, and Franklin steps up and says, "Well, as promised, because this is, at least I was always taught to be a person of my word, and I'm currently the executor of the Count's estate. Your tab will be covered, and you are due your reward for helping the town, no matter what the circumstances were. You did help us. So, thank you." And he pulls a bag of gold from, like a tied onto his belt and sets it down on the table. Doesn't wait for you. He just walks off, still with a lost look on his face. But you have your reward for slaying the monster in the Grobis Woods.
Hooray!
Yay. You did it!
Did
It's
it!
fun.
No one died.
No. Well, some people died.
Some people.
Yeah. No one in the party died.
We didn't die.
Notably, 2 people died.
Yes.
Truly.
Were they still people? Do they count as people?
Debatable.
That's an excellent point. I'd say no. No one died.
All right. Well, thanks you guys for playing and
Thanks for
going through my
DMing.
little
Yeah,
thanks
recap.
for
This
being
is
the DM.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone that tuned in to watch us for the
Yeah.
evening. We'll go ahead and call it there because we are gonna. It's only a little after 9, but we're gonna have a lot of a lot of TTRPG in the next few days. So like being done a little early is not a bad thing.
Yes.
So we will see everyone watching hopefully again on Saturday. Again, that starts at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time until 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday. 25 hours of loopy insanity.
Yeah.
Gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome.
And then after Extra Life, we will not be here next Wednesday.
Or next Sunday.
Or next Sunday
No
for
co-op. No co-op, no Wednesday night dice next week.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break.
I will still be sleeping. And then afterwards, when we do come back, we will be starting a new game, a new little mini campaign, details to follow. Still putting that together a little bit,
So
but it'll be steampunky.
Yay!
I know that much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
steampunk.
Dwarves and gnomes and artificers and warforged and dwarves again.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Yes.
Right, friends?
Let's-
Well, thanks everybody for watching and playing.
Yeah.
And we will see you Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Bye,
Good night,
friends.
Internet.
Bye.
Goodbye.